My sister borrowed my car for a quick errand and totaled it while drunk driving with her kids in the vehicle, so I sued her. I was in the middle of a meeting when my phone wouldn't stop buzzing. 3 missed calls from an unknown number, then a voicemail from the police department. Your Honda Civic was involved in a serious accident. The driver refused a breathalyzer test. We need you to come down immediately. My hands were shaking as I listened. I don't drink. I hadn't driven my car that day, and then it hit me. My sister borrowed it that morning. She'd shown up at my apartment at 8, hair still wet from the shower, her 2 kids already buckled in their car seats. Hey, can I borrow your car real quick? My minivan's at the shop and I just need to grab some groceries. I'll have it back in an hour, tops. I should have said no. Over the past 6 months, she'd been going out more, coming home late, and I'd heard whispers from our mom about her drinking getting worse. But standing there, looking at my 6-year-old niece and 4-year-old nephew in the backseat, I thought there's no way she'd do anything stupid with them in the car. I handed her the keys. 3 hours later, I was standing at an intersection staring at what used to be my car. The entire front end was wrapped around a telephone pole. The hood was crumpled like aluminum foil. Glass everywhere. The telephone pole was cracked and leaning at a dangerous angle. My sister was sitting in the back of a police cruiser, head in her hands. My niece and nephew were with paramedics, wrapped in those silver emergency blankets. They weren't physically hurt, thank God. But my nephew was crying and my niece just stared straight ahead with this blank expression that broke my heart. The officer in charge pulled me aside. Ma'am, I need to inform you that the driver of your vehicle had a blood alcohol content of 0.17. That's more than twice the legal limit. We also found 2 open wine coolers in the cup holders and an empty vodka bottle under the passenger seat. I felt like I was going to throw up. She was drunk, driving drunk, with her children in the car, in my car. I asked if I could talk to my niece and nephew. The paramedic said they were okay to go home, just shaken up. My niece hugged me and whispered, Auntie, Mommy was driving really fast, and she wouldn't stop when I asked her to. That's when I knew this wasn't just a mistake. This was a choice. A series of choices that could have killed 2 innocent kids. The next few days were a nightmare. My sister was charged with DUI, child endangerment, and reckless driving. She spent a night in jail before our parents bailed her out. My car was declared a total loss by the towing company. Then I got the call from my insurance company. We're denying your claim. The driver was operating the vehicle under the influence without your knowledge of her condition. This falls under negligent entrustment. You'll need to pursue damages from the driver directly. I was stunned. I'd been making payments on that car for 3 years. I still owed $12,000 on the loan, and now I had no car, still owed the bank, and no way to get to work. I lived 30 minutes from my job with no public transportation. My sister finally called me a week later from our parents' house. I'm so sorry. I know I messed up, but please don't make this worse. Don't press charges. I'll pay you back, I swear. Just give me time. I asked her if she'd apologize to her kids, if she'd even talk to them about what happened. She got defensive. They're fine. Kids are resilient. Why are you making this about them? That's when I realized she didn't get it. She wasn't sorry she endangered her children. She was sorry she got caught. Sorry there were consequences. I contacted a lawyer the next day, filed a civil lawsuit for the full value of the car, the remaining loan balance, 3 months of lost wages since I'd had to Uber to work, and emotional distress. $28,000 total. My family exploded. My mom called me crying. How can you do this to your own sister? She made a mistake. She's struggling. You're going to destroy her over money? My dad stopped talking to me entirely. Sent me one text that said, You're tearing this family apart. I hope you're proud of yourself. Even my brother chimed in. Dude, she's going to lose custody of her kids if she has a huge judgment against her. Is that really what you want? But none of them mentioned the fact that she drove drunk with 2 children in the car. None of them seemed to care that she showed 0 remorse. They just wanted me to absorb the loss, forgive her, and move on like nothing happened. The court date finally came 4 months later. My sister showed up with a public defender, looking exhausted. She'd lost weight, had dark circles under her eyes. Part of me felt bad for her, until her lawyer tried to argue that I was partially at fault for lending her the car knowing she had substance abuse issues. My lawyer shut that down immediately. Presented text messages showing she'd specifically said she just needed to grab groceries. Showed that I had no legal obligation to assume she'd drive drunk. Brought up the child endangerment charges. The judge didn't even deliberate long. Ruled in my favor. Full amount, $28,000 plus court costs.